Yes, thank you, Ms. Kohler, for making it a little bit shorter and easier. That way I can get on my to-do list for the beginning of the school year and I can go back and follow the IEPs later. You're awesome. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to complete the profile sheet and what you can do with it. The profile sheets are an easy way to share pertinent and important information at the beginning of the school year. They give the snapshot of the most valuable and quick information that your support staff and your inclusion teachers may need. All this information is pulled from the student's IEP or Individualized Education Plan. And if you're in Texas, we call it the ARD, which is Annual Review and Dismissal. But you can't just keep things the same. Disclaimer, the profile sheet is not a substitute for the actual IEP. You and your staff and anybody working with the child still needs to read the IEP. So this is just a quick way at the beginning of the year to get your feet wet and get an idea of the student and figure out, okay, this is the things they like. I need to have these on hand. This is what triggers them. And then you can dive into the IEP after you've done your millions of back to school to-do list items. Profile sheets are just a summary and a quick overview of the student as a whole, kind of like a snapshot of the child. So instead of getting lost in 50 pages of IEPs and stacks and stacks and stacks of paperwork, or like we're doing now, it's more digital. So we docu-share or upload to Drive and read and all that stuff. Either way, instead of getting lost in all that paperwork, this is just a quick way to get an idea of the kid and get everybody on board and on the same page. Okay, so how do you complete their profile sheet? You're going to pull up each student's IEP and pull up their respective profile sheet. And you're basically going to go through the profile sheet and through each section, copy from what's in the IEP into that profile sheet. Super easy. It does take some time, but it is worth it because you have to read the IEPs anyways. So why not just sit there and go through it anyways, make profile sheets that help your staff, your related services, your inclusion teachers, and anybody else that works with that kiddo. Okay, so as you're going through the sections, Texas might have different verbiage, different wording. We might have more things, we might have less things in certain areas than you guys do. Feel free to tweak and edit as you need for your staff and your kids. Or if you're not in a self-contained classroom like I am, then feel free to take some of that stuff out because you may not need to know if they're potty trained or not. If they're in inclusion, they're probably going to be able to go to the bathroom on their own. But some students still need monitoring out in the hall while they're transitioning and things like that. So make it your own, make it fit your kids' needs, but those all options are in there in case you are one of my classroom settings and you need that. I did want to note on the sample here, I did not include information from the FIE, which is full individual evaluation, because I didn't have any sample information for that. And I didn't want to copy stuff over because of FERPA. So if you need more details on how to fill that out, I've gone through standards-based IEP training, and that's something that maybe your district can provide for you, or you can find information for that online. And it also has some great resources from our LSSP and our diags about the G's, which sounds like super cool, but it really is awesome to be able to see if they're able to test the child, because they're not always able to test them and get the G information, but there is still good information in the FIE and you should be reading it and should be including it in your PLAFs and the profile sheet. So if you need G information, it's down below, or if you want more information, just reach out to me and I can get that for you. So the G is related to crystallized knowledge, and that is determined based on testing. If your child has been able to be tested at a reasonable age, able to get that information regarding the G's, and that tells you a lot about how they function academically and emotionally and socially based on that information. But either way, if you can't find the G's or not, go through it, find information that's maybe useful, like Is mom the only one at home? Or do they live with grandma? Do they split households? Are they on all kinds of medications? Look through their history and see what specific diagnoses they have, because sometimes that's not included in the current IEP. You have to go way back into the files and look up, oh, they may have trisomy 23, but that may be lost in IEPs past, or they may have Fragile X, and you may not be able to find that in a current IEP, but it's in the FIE. So look for those things and include that in there. That could be useful information for you and your staff. So once you've got all these filled out, I usually print a copy for each of my teachers, and my students go out mainly to specials or inclusion. So that's PE, library, computer, orchestra, band, choir. I think that's it. Anyways, they go out through all these classes, and so I invite all these teachers and my paras, and then anybody else that they may be encountering on campus, and we review their profile sheets and send them electronically. Our IEPs are electronic just because one IEP for my kid is 50 pages, and no one's going to read through that, because I even struggle reading through that. And if I give them 10 students, 50 pages each, this is what it looks like. So yeah. This is overwhelming, and when I used to give this to them like this, it was too much, and their faces were horrendous, as you saw in my little preview at the beginning. Okay, you can get rid of that and send them a digital copy so they can have it and they control F it. They can find stuff. That's the great thing about digital, and give them one of these. You can print it front and back, and it's way less of a thing, and you can put them all in a little binder, whatever, staple them all together, and instead of 500 pages, you're giving them, I don't even know, 10 kids times 4, that's 40, but front and back, that's 20 pages. That's doable. So go through the profile sheet and do that. If you're able to get your caseloads in the summer, just work on a kid each week and knock them out that way. If you've already had kids in the past, they should be super easy to knock off the top of your head, and then focus on your new ones when you get back in person. And I also call the parents and ask if there's any extra information that they want me to know for this school year, and then also include that in there. Like maybe the parents are worried about certain things, so I include that on that profile sheet too. So after I set up the calendar invite with my staff, I invite them to the meeting, and we all sit down, go over information, go through each of the kids and see if they have any questions or concerns, especially on the new ones, because they've probably had the previous ones before. And since my students are out in inclusion, we go over scheduling concerns that we may have. So we have 80-minute classes, and they're split between 40 minutes in one special and 40 minutes in the other special. And for my kids, that's just too much. So I try to split those specials all together. So it's 40 minutes, we come back and then do something else, and then later on in the day we do the other 40. So we try to get an idea of like what classes are smaller, what students may work well with my kiddos, and we try to figure out what would be the best fit that way. And then lastly, I give them their caseload. So each of my inclusion teachers is assigned to each one of my kids. So not all of those teachers are going to all of my meetings. We need a general education representative, but since we have 6 teachers, then each one of them can have 1 or 2 kids, and then they only have to attend that many IEP for that year. Well, then that includes, reads and parent called ARDs and all this other stuff. But for the most part, they're only going to be doing a handful of ARDs each year instead of one teacher getting them all. I send out a document that says inclusion reps, and then I just have the students and the staff and then who they're assigned to. And then that goes to our ARD scheduler as well. And she has that document so we don't get any confusion on who's invited. And then lastly, at the meeting, I remind them that these are just overviews. It's a snippet. It's not all the information. They need to review the digital file that they will be receiving or have received if I've already sent it. They're supposed to sign that digitally and read it. That's especially like information on the BIP or personal care. And last, store all of your extra profile sheets if you made any for any new staff that are coming in, or just keep a digital copy so you can print that offhand. And then at the annual ARD, update that profile sheet for the next year and have all that new information, the new goals, new accommodations, and any other progress that may be important to that. And then you always want to have an extra, maybe blank one or just a ready on hand fillable one on your computer for those kids that come in at the middle or beginning or whatever. You always get a couple, so make sure you have that on hand so that way you can do an extra one for them. So as we conclude, I did want to mention that these do take a little bit of time to complete. So I have anywhere between 8 to 10 kids, and it takes me at least 2 to 3 hours. So I just wanted you to be aware of that. So when you go to start planning at the beginning of the year, you are putting that time aside. Keep in mind though, you're already having to go through the IEPs. So as you're going through the IEPs, just add this to that list and get that out of the way. Okay, that's all I have on profile sheets, at least for now. If there are any other questions, concerns, or comments, let me know down below. And you can also find a freebie for the profile sheet, a product for the profile sheet, and anything else related to that with the G's and all the other information down below. If you need support and mentorship, visit Says, and that's my online mentorship program, and you can check that out down below as well. Stay passionate, and you guys will see me in the next video. And holy moly, it's summer, y'all. My brain, full and individual. Oh my gosh, functional, full individual. I forgot. FYI, this is not actual IEPs. It's like student data, student work that I need to shred. So, you know, always doing something. If you need support and mentorship, visit out Colos and just reach out to me. It's summer in Texas and it's like 4 a.m. because I don't sleep on a normal schedule. Okay.